Bowmasters. This class is the epitome of a bossing mule. There's probably like 50 other Bowmaster bossing videos out there, but that's okay. You guys don't watch me for my informational content anyway. You watch me for my personality. Yeah, like, I really don't know what to say. You should already have a Bowmaster bossing mule. Like, it's just that free. 10. This class feels like it was made for bossing, and it's also super beginner friendly, which is everything you want from a bossing mule. Like, I don't know what to say, but I'll try. The Bowmaster footage I've got going on in the background is the lowest funded mule I've showcased so far, but you won't notice that. Like, you'll just see that it still steamrolls the bosses. Like, I literally had a hard time finding footage long enough that I can talk over. The gameplay is just me popping burst, which is a bunch of buffs, and then the boss just melts. Like, it's that easy. It's just a point and click. But you literally don't miss. Let's just quickly go over the skills so you have some context of what I'm yapping on about. Your main bossing skill is your Hurricane. That's actually called Hurricane. Like, you have the original Hurricane that we all use as the term for hold down skills. Like, you are him. Arrow Stream is your mobbing skill, but you might use it to tickle the boss when they go up too high. You can call on a burb to follow you and attack. Storm of Arrows is your 5th job skill, which is the exact same as your other 5th job skill, Inhumane Speed, which is the same as your other 5th job skill, Quiver Barrage. Like, there's no difference between your 3 5th job buff skills. They all do the exact same thing in sending projectiles to attack the boss, just in different shapes and colors and angles, I guess. But yeah, I guess there are only so many ways you can shoot an arrow, right? Next on employees making Bowmaster's 5th job really be like, can I copy your homework? Yeah, but just change it up so it doesn't look so obvious. Somehow all 3 ended up in the final cut anyway. You know, I just noticed, Inhuman Speed also have these weird silhouette figures that I guess is part of your aesthetic now that you're 5th job. Or maybe they've been there all along, and I just didn't realize. Like, you can summon a self-firing bow, so maybe they're the ones holding it up. The Shadow People also block fatal attacks for you now. You can have up to 2 charges that block damage when the incoming attack does more than 50% of your health. Blink Shot is a cool portal thingy that you can teleport back to. Covering Fire is a good air stall. It's also good for mobility. You can use it to quickly change directions in midair, or use it as additional range on your flash jump. Oh, and you've also got a pretty gnarly lifesteal that lets you just tank bosses. Nodes in this class are pretty easy too. You want 2 pairs of trios, but you can get away with just the primary being Hurricane, Quiver Cartridge and Arrow Blaster. Your second pair, if you want to invest a bit more, will be Final Attack, Gritty Gust and Arrow Stream. Oh, and guess what? You're a Hurricane class, so attack speed doesn't matter. You don't need an attack speed inner ability. You just go for a boss drop or whatever you land on. Bowmaster was my first dedicated boss mule I ever made on my account. Like, right from the get-go, I knew that I didn't want to take it any further, and I didn't really need to. It was during a Maple Relay event or something where you needed 3 characters to beat Lotus and you get a chair. And at the time I only had 2 characters that were able to beat Lotus, my main and second main. So I made a Bowmaster and was able to fund it super easily, and the class was so strong that I've just left it there ever since as a bossing mule. Like the nodes, even though you want 2 pairs, they were super easy to find because you don't have many junk skills, and the kit in this class is just so simple. You essentially just press all your buffs, set your summon, and then aim at the boss. Then as long as you're doing damage to the boss, you get arrows that fly around and do the damage for you. Like, this is when I gained an appreciation for the easier classes in the game. Like, not every class needs to rack your brain, break your fingers, or be a blaster. If all you're after is quick money, then just go simple. You don't need to spend time maximizing damage and learning a whole nother class. I'd say it's a great class for learning bosses too. Like, it's different from Mihai, where you just block everything and make it through to the end. You don't necessarily have invincibility or iframes on this class, but your Mirages tank fatal attacks for you, and they recharge like every minute. so you can make mistakes without it being too costly. Your heal is actually underrated as well. Like, I've seen Bowmaster just out heal Black Mage. You just stand there while his chains are attacking and heal up the damage. Now obviously that's not how you want to be learning the game, but you've got the tools to survive. Like, damage goes off, survivability is good, just focus on that bowman mobility. Alrighty, downsides to the class. First of all, definitely personal preference, but who actually enjoys the Bowmaster aesthetic? Like, personally, I think it's a little bit boring considering all the other stuff in the game. Like, there are classes summoning animals and shooting lasers, and you're just here shooting arrows. It's literally Hawkeye in the Avengers lineup. But yeah, personal bias and opinion aside, that's just why I don't see myself taking the class any further at the moment. A legitimate downside is that most of your damage comes from your 5th job buff skills, so after your burst it feels pretty bad. It just feels like you're waiting for your skills to come back online before you can deal any significant amount of damage. But the class is strong, like, you one burst most of the bosses anyway, and then you get out. And then while you're going to the next boss, your skills are coming back online. You've got short burst cooldowns, which is great, and I guess if you're really strong, you can use one 5th job skill per boss and then still have the other 2 up, and then just cycle them as you're bossing. I won't hate on the class too much. It's a fantastic strong class, and if you don't have one and are looking for an easy boss meal, definitely consider this one. Anyway, thanks for watching.